Well, guys, it's not very often you're actually going to hear me say that I actually agree with Chris Fredo Cuomo from News Nation. Of course not. But when it comes to Kamala Harris, man, I believe he actually spilled the beans. And I believe he didn't hold back even more. Or actually told a little bit more, mainly because, he's a white guy. He doesn't want to be called racist or anything like that. But we all know, man, that Kamala Harris is dumber than a bag of Brits. I already said, man, that she's the worst nominee for any political party probably in the history of this country, folks. But you still got people out there now. This is the scary part about this election. The woman's policies are terrible. She can't even enunciate her policies. She hasn't given one single interview yet, guys. But there's still people out there saying, yeah, I'm going to vote for her. I've actually been watching some of these man on the street interviews. And the interviewer actually go up and say, hey, Trump or Kamala. And they'll say Trump, for example. And then the person voting for Trump can actually tell you why they're voting for him. And it has all to do with policy. But when it actually comes to Kamala Harris, they're like, I don't know. She's not Trump. Do you agree with any of her policy positions? They don't know him. I mean, that's the scary part, folks, about this election here. But it's working to a certain extent. But now, guys, Kamala Harris's poll numbers are starting to drop now. Honeymoon is over with, guys. It's over with. The betting markets now are actually saying that Trump is the favorite now to actually win. Okay? Kamala Harris eventually is going to have to speak to the media. Trump is always talking to the media. He'll do sit-downs all the time. Whether it's mainstream media, unfriendly networks or journalists, he's not afraid to actually go out there and do it. But Kamala Harris, man, is running scared big time. Okay? Now, Chris Cuomo actually ended up spilling the beans, and I actually agree with him for the most part on why Kamala isn't out there. Simply because, guys, he said, well, really? She really doesn't have any talent. I agree with that. Now, he kind of goes into a little bit more depth of politicians in general. Now, we know he's no fan of Trump whatsoever. We know that. But let's go ahead and watch this clip, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member, live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching on Rumble, click the join button to get access to the same thing. And everyone can also support us by becoming a member on blackandwhitenetwork.com or supporting us on Locals, both for just $5 per month. Check the links in the description. So here we go, guys. Right here, Chris Cuomo, and this is from a post on X by the Daily Caller, says Harris is hiding from media because there's risks with her compared to past Democrat nominees. Now, to me, guys, she's actually hiding a bit more than even Biden. Okay. Now, we actually did see Biden go out there and do interviews like Charlemagne, the Breakfast Club, the you ain't black thing if you don't vote for me. Yeah. Kamala Harris isn't doing anything right now. Now, she's no Barack Obama. I know that they actually want to prop her up as Barack Obama. But let's just be real, guys. Barack Obama, man, is one of the most talented politicians we've ever seen. Forget what he says. I don't agree with what he says. But just being a politician, yeah, he's right up there. Even Magic Johnson, Magic Johnson actually said that speech that Barack Obama gave the other night at the DNC was the greatest speech in the history of this country. Yeah. More than I Have a Dream by MLK. Yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and listen to Chris Cuomo right here. Let's roll it.
And she shouldn't be hiding from making the case.
Let me start over again. That was like in the middle there. Here we go.
I do think there's something special about Barack Obama when it comes to political acumen and political skill set. And I think he showed that last night. Now, there's also a reason that he and Michelle were removed by 2 days from Harris. Why? Because you got to be careful about overshadowing your nominee. And when she gets this mantle, when this convention ends, when Labor Day happens, right, which is like a week after the convention, it's time for her to make the case with me, on the media, in the papers, on the sets, from the stump, in a debate, in more than one debate. She's got to show she can make the case. 2 reasons. Maybe 3, but 2 reasons for sure. 1, that's why they picked her.
Are you with me?
And she shouldn't be hiding from making the case. You'll buy some time. The trend is your friend in politics, and the numbers are trending the right way. So they don't want to put her in front of the media, but that teaches us something also. You don't want to put her in front of the media because you think there's risk in that. They wouldn't have done that with Bill Clinton. They wouldn't have done that with Hillary Clinton. They wouldn't have done that with Barack Obama because they felt there was no risk about putting those people in the chair.
Yeah, there was really no risk. You know, Bill Clinton could speak. Forget what he was saying. Like Barack Obama, man, he was a politician. A good one. And you definitely can't have Kamala Harris speaking too closely to Barack Obama. Can you guys actually imagine Kamala Harris coming out and giving a speech right after Barack Obama? It would be a nightmare. And I believe it would actually expose her even more. Now, tonight, she's actually going to accept the nomination. We have to see how that goes because she's going to have to speak. But eventually, she's going to have to speak off script, no teleprompter, none of that stuff. But anyway.
So here they do see some risk. What does that tell you? It's an open question. I keep saying we've seen a drop in the level of political talent in this country in recent years. I think it's true. And I think that's what people were reminded of when they saw the Obamas.
Ding, 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 ding. He said it right there. The drop in political talent. So, like I said again, you can't have her speak right after Barack Obama. She didn't have the talent.
Is that we got to a place where you had Biden versus Trump in America, the greatest country in the world with all these leaders, all these people doing amazing things, and that was the best you could get? 2 people at the end of their utility curve? Weird. So Harris is getting pressure in-house, in party, to make the case. Why? Because that's why she was picked, but also there are questions about what that case is for her. I heard 2 different members of Congress give me 2 different explanations of what she's going to do with the Iran nuclear deal. One said, completely clear-eyed, she's going to get back in it. Another one said, completely clear-eyed, they got to find another way. Which is it? It's not that they're lying. It's not that they're deceiving me. It's that she's got to pick a path. She's got to make her position known. And very often, even within the party, they learn from what they hear candidates say to the media. That's why it's so important to have free press and to have these conversations and to have these confrontations when need be.
So you saw that right there, guys. Saw that right there. Kamala Harris, man, still trying to run this Joe Biden 2020 campaign. Of course, Joe Biden was hiding behind the virus and all that. You don't have that now. And the media is actually starting to call her out on doing interviews. They're even questioning her communist policies. Comrade Kamala is a communist, man. The Democratic Party is a communist party. The way she actually got installed, it definitely reminds me of like what they do in China. The people aren't voting for who they actually want to be their leader. They're not doing that. It's the same thing with the Democrats, man. Really no difference. So if Kamala Harris, man, actually does get into the White House, man, it's going to be a disaster. Because it'll be the first time in the history of this country, I believe, where the person that is the president never got one single vote to be the nominee of a major political party. Didn't happen on the Republican side. The Republicans nominated Donald Trump, the voters. The Libertarians, they did it with their candidate too. So that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.